I tell it, yeah.
And so
Yes.
I'm of the same persuasion. I can tell about me. I can talk about
Yes.
that how I went 5 years after a terrible divorce and I was in major depression. Okay. This is why I know what depression looks like. I know what it
Mhm.
feels like, what it smells like. And this is why, as a result of me experiencing that, now I didn't have clinical depression, but because I had that experience, this is why I like to share that with other women and help them to heal. So that's what we can do
I
to speak about.
feel I feel as though God gave me this platform for that purpose and that purpose alone. Um, I was born with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, and I talk about it often. Our awareness month is October, but I talk about it every chance I get because I live with it every day. And I feel like in order for other people to feel free, it has to start with somebody. So why not me? So I step out and I expose myself because I'm not perfect. I don't have everything together. I'm actually going through a divorce,
We both are.
going through menopause and other kind of pauses, and it, having surgery. I just had surgery 2 days ago. Um, and I was able to hop on here tonight and have this conversation because it's important. And I feel like we women should lead by example. Each one teach one. We're waiting on these men to feel comfortable enough to have the discussions themselves, but they can't have the discussions until they know it's okay for them to be vulnerable and talk about the things that they feel and deal with mentally, and things that they don't share with their spouse or girlfriend or mother, sister, whatever. Um, just creating that space of freedom means a lot.
Hmm. I agree.
I agree. I agree, and I think that is very, very much needed. And like she said, we both actually adopted. Both have spina bifida. So any chance we get to at least try to put anything out there to let people know that there's a lot of stigma on a lot of things that aren't true. There are information out there that are not true. Like we can't live perfect lives or we can't live good lives. You know what I'm saying? Because we have that, and that's untrue. And just because we're going through through divorces doesn't mean that we still can't be who we're supposed to be and be loved on like we're supposed to be loved on, like God has called for us to be loved on. So it's a lot of things that we're both working through and learning for ourselves and learning ourselves again. After the divorce. So I really appreciate
Travita
you
just
coming
said,
on.
like Travita just said, having the conversation without judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Sit high
Exactly.
enough to look low on
Yes.
somebody else, on our neighbor or what have you, because we all go through something.